In February 2026, the world's most critical maritime choke point was closed. Not by mines, not by warships, not by a naval blockade. It was closed, silently, completely, and without a single shot fired at a tanker by a financial market 3,000 miles away. The Strait, as weapon. The definitive account of how Iran rewrote the rules of modern geopolitical power. At 02:30 Eastern Time, on the 28th of February 2026, the United States and Israel launched coordinated strikes against Iran. The largest simultaneous B-2 bomber deployment in American history. Nearly 900 strikes. In 12 hours, 14 bunker-busting bombs dropped on underground nuclear facilities. And by midday, Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, was dead. Tehran faced a choice: how to respond. What followed stranded 3,200 vessels and shook the global energy system to its foundations. Iran's answer was unlike anything the strategic playbooks had anticipated. Iran did not send its navy into the strait. Instead, it broadcast warnings on the Universal Maritime Frequency (VHF Channel 16), monitored by every vessel at sea. It launched a small number of drone strikes, chosen not for destruction, but for maximum informational impact. And it declared protective transit control. Within 72 hours, the Lloyd's of London marine insurance market did the rest. War risk premiums surged 15-fold. A single transit cost $4.5 million in insurance alone. 7 of the 12 protection and indemnity clubs cancelled coverage entirely. And tanker traffic collapsed by more than 80% before Iran had even issued a formal closure. The strait remained open, in law. It was priced shut, in fact. To understand why this matters, consider what flows through the Strait of Hormuz every single day. 20 million barrels of oil. 1 barrel in every 5 consumed on this planet. 20% of all global liquefied natural gas trade with no alternative route. 84% destined for Asia, serving China, India, Japan, South Korea, Bangladesh, Pakistan. When the insurance cascade struck, 3,200 vessels were stranded. Brent crude surged 13% in days. And the daily shortfall, with no alternative route, 14.5 million barrels, with nowhere else to go. This was not a regional crisis. It was a global one. The Strait as weapon is organized across 4 parts and 12 chapters. The most comprehensive analytical treatment of the February to March 2026 crisis ever published. Part 1 builds the intellectual foundation, the 5-layer geography of the Strait, 4 decades of Iranian maritime doctrine, and the theoretical framework of the Insurance-Blockade. Part 2 delivers 30,000 words of forensic reconstruction, phase by phase, hour by hour. Part 3 traces the consequences through energy markets, international law, and the diplomatic realignment of Beijing, Riyadh, Delhi, and Washington. And Part 4 widens the lens from Hormuz to Malacca to the Bab el-Mandeb, identifying the 11 leading indicators that will signal the next choke point crisis before it arrives. As Dr. Naim Tahir Baig writes, the choke point is no longer a place. It is a system. The Strait as Weapon is published by the Institute of Geo-Strategic Studies, a leading center for policy research and strategic analysis, committed to rigorous, independent scholarship on the issues that shape our world. Policy, research, analysis. Dr. Naim Tahir Baig is an international relations scholar and strategic analyst based in Pakistan. His peer-reviewed paper, Choke Point as Weapon, became the foundational analytical text on the 2026 Hormuz crisis, adopted by the global marine insurance industry, and covered by Riviera Maritime Media, the trade publication read each morning by underwriters in Lime Street, and charterers in Geneva and Singapore. With a decade of expertise in maritime strategic affairs and Persian Gulf geopolitics, Dr. Baig brings to this book what no other analyst could: the analytical vocabulary the crisis demanded, developed in real time, as the crisis unfolded. The Strait as Weapon is available now, worldwide, on all major platforms, whether you read on Apple Books, Kobo, Barnes & Noble, Everand, OverDrive, BorrowBox, Bookshop.org, Smashwords, Gardners, Vivlio, Tolino, or Fable. You can access this landmark work today. eBook ISBN 9798235376007. Paperback ISBN 9798235533714. Written by Dr. Naim Tahir Baig, international relations scholar and strategic analyst. Published by the Institute of Geo-Strategic Studies. The choke point is no longer a place. It is a system, and understanding it starts here.